Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Lojak. Today is Friday, September 16th, and this weekend, tomorrow, big boxing match. Canelo Alvarez fights again against Liam Smith, and we're going to break this down with Brad Marchetti, our returning boxing analyst. He, of course, comes to us from ESPN2 News and also owns a gym. Brad Marchetti, how have you been since we've last spoken to you?
I believe it was the Canelo Khan fight.
Yeah. How have things been going? You're in a gym right now. What are you doing? Is that your own personal gym?
This is my my new killer behind me. Training, and we set up a little gym out here.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Brad Marchetti, for anyone who's watching us for the first time, is a boxing analyst for ESPN2 News and a former boxer himself. So he's a great guy to analyze these fights with and these odds with. We've got Canelo Alvarez against Liam Smith. Now, of course, this is not the fight with Canelo that most people want to see, but we do have it, and it might present betting value here. Alvarez right now is a huge favorite, obviously minus 1,400. Liam Smith on the other side is plus 925. Liam Smith kind of an unknown entity, and the general consensus is that he's way out of his class range here with fighting Saul Alvarez. So, if you think that there's not going to be any surprises coming from Liam Smith, maybe there is good money to be made just betting on Alvarez, by knockout, inside the distance, inside 8 rounds, inside 6 rounds, something like that. I don't know if I take him at minus 1,400, but first, just handicapping the fight, do you think that we're going to expect anything, we're going to see anything from Liam Smith that's unexpected here?
Well, Liam Smith is a quality professional. I believe he's number 15 on BoxRec. Mm-hmm. So when you think about it, there's 1,200 fighters in each division. So, I mean, being ranked 15 makes you better than, 1,185 of them. Sure. So, I mean, he belongs there. He belongs there, obviously. But, I think that Canelo speed is going to be a big difference. Smith is a tailor-made opponent to make Canelo really shine.
Right.
With his kind of offensive virtuoso sort of performances that he's known for.
I mean, this is, suffice to say, this is there any reason to think that this is not a major step down in class for Canelo from his last fight against Khan?
I don't think so. I mean, because these guys, you have to realize, you can't fight the top guy in every fight.
Right.
A lot of these guys have layups. Take Sergio Martinez. I forgot. A British guy he beat up in one of his title defenses. Mayweather taking on Berto. These guys don't have to take on killers all the time, unlike MMA, unfortunately. I mean, they do get their little breaks in competition where they can just get a big payday for little risk. I think the real question is whether it'll end inside the distance. I like laying 5-2 on Canelo by KO. I think power, speed, size, and defense all favor Canelo. Smith is kind of a stiff fighter. He comes with his hands pinned to his face. He doesn't move his head much. He's proven to be durable.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's ever faced anything nearly like Canelo in the UK circuit over there. It's going to be really tough for him. I think Canelo by KO laying 5-2 is really a quality bet considering how well he's performed lately.
Yeah, I mean, it feels to me like the matchup here really favors Alvarez just stylistically because Liam Smith is a pressure fighter, but again, maybe not a world-class pressure fighter, which plays right into Alvarez's, marquee, trademark talent of elite counterpunching, right?
Yeah, I mean, Liam Smith, one thing is that he's a durable guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He comes and fights. He puts a grin on his face while he's fighting. He likes to rough and tumble and get nasty. And that's perfect for Canelo to really shine because the proven weaknesses of Canelo have really been his ability to cut off the ring and, basically guys that are supersonic speedsters can beat him like a Mayweather. Erislandy Lara with his foot speed gave problems. But guys that stand in front of him, Canelo can destroy. And I really don't I don't see this going well for Smith. I mean, I think he's going to bust them up pretty good.
All right, so we have some bets here, some prop bets. I mean, you wouldn't recommend taking Alvarez just to win at minus 1,400, right? You'd want to go for some prop bets that have better value, right?
Well, in the end, this is pro boxing. Laying 14-1 is rich.
Right.
And anything can happen in a fight. Cuts happen. All sorts of things can happen. So laying 14 to 1 on Canelo is rich.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
definitely.
you can get
Whenever you're talking about fights and they're 10 to 1 and over,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really want to look for the prop because I mean, laying 14 to 1, 20 to 1, things happen. A lot
Sure.
of upsets this year.
Well, some props that are interesting, just that the fight doesn't go the distance, minus 245. So if Smith happens to catch Canelo, you win that one. Alvarez inside the distance is just minus 200. And then, Alvarez wins in 4 through 6 is almost 4 to 1. Alvarez 1 through 8, you can get at about plus 110. And Alvarez 1 through 6, you can get at almost 2 to 1. What do you think is the most likely result here? That it ends inside 6, inside 8? What do you think?
Well, sometimes the best bet is the one that you don't make, and I'm going to go ahead and say I wouldn't make any of those because there's too many unknown factors, mainly the quality of this opponent. We really don't know how good or bad he is. To me, Canelo is in the top 5 pound for pound without question. That right there against the guy that's probably not even the top 100 makes it a quality bet to bet him by KO right there.
Okay.
Including, it'll probably have about 10 pounds of, weight advantage over Smith by fight time.
Yeah. All right. So it sounds like Brad Marchetti and I are roughly in agreement. Marchetti liking Canelo Alvarez by knockout at about 5 to 2. I'm liking a couple of bets here that the fight doesn't go the distance at minus 245, and I'd also take a shot with Alvarez to win in rounds 1 through 6 at 2 to 1. Brad Marchetti from ESPN2News.com. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.